So my boys, as we already know, the newest free update was a major change and just felt like a major shift in direction from the content we had been getting on Xenoverse 2 throughout, well, the whole 7-year lifespan. Like, let's be real, there was only one other free update that we ever got, and all it really did was introduce the Supreme Kai of Time. There was never a time where an update came where it just tried to innovate and add so many things into the game and at the same time be free as well. Like, this whole free update right here is a big reason why so many people have come back to the game and why it's being called probably the best update we have ever seen, and we didn't even get any brand new characters or anything along those lines. It was just strictly what the update added in with, new Festival of Universe event, new cross versus mode, so many different new outfits, new festival character skills and presets, which a lot of those skills are damn fire. New raids were added within this update. Like, how often do we just get an update where raids are added in without a DLC? That usually does not happen on this game, and it was, I believe, 3 or 4 brand new raids that will be on this game after this update actually did come out. So again, this update has tried to do a lot, and it definitely shows the effort that they put into this update at the same time. But there could be a major reason for this, and that is because this is the very first update that the new producer, Jun Song, is actually behind. Now, in the past, this man right here, Hirano-san, was the producer and head producer of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and while it does seem he will still be around the game, it does not seem like he will have the same kind of involvement that he did before, which is understandable. You work on a game for 7 years, you may even get tired of working on said game, and it may be time to pass the torch, and that is where this man, Jun Song, actually comes in, and we'll actually get some information from the homie Jun Song when it comes to that October 27th/28th Dragon Ball The Breakers anniversary live stream, where not only Breaker stuff will be shown, but also stuff for Xenoverse 2, Legends, and Dokkan Battle at the same time. And I'm very, very excited to see what the man has to offer, because again, this first free update was the first thing that him and his team actually went to work on, and look how good this free update was. Yes, does it have a couple issues here and there? Without a doubt, but at the same time, in terms of just things being added into the game, they just added so many different things that breathed fresh life into Xenoverse 2 in a way that we hadn't had in a very long time. Like, usually DLCs were just, it was about the characters unlocking the skills, and then once you got the skills and played with them for a little bit, that was mostly all a lot of DLCs had to offer. Now, if they had an awoken skill, it would keep your interest a little bit longer than usual, but still, there wasn't much past that these DLCs would offer. This free update offers, I feel, more longevity for this game than even most DLCs that we have gotten, because besides all the stuff that I did mention before, I forgot to even mention one of the biggest things. Another brand new awoken came to this game in this free update with Ultra Instinct. This was the very first time we saw 2 updates back to back, my boys, see awoken skills. It was usually like a 3 to 4 DLC gap before we would see one awoken till the next. This time around, we got an awoken from one update to the next update, and it was an awoken skill that was for all races at the same time, with both Beast and now Ultra Instinct as well. So it does seem like big things are in the works when it comes to this man Jun Song being the head producer of Xenoverse 2 and his team working on this game, because again, this update right here was absolutely phenomenal. I cannot really complain about this update. While yes, like I said, it does have a couple of issues here and there that I will discuss in a future video, but at the same time, the good definitely outweighs the bad by far, and then you can tell the effort, again, like I said, that they really tried to put in with this event. You just look at the Festival of Universes event and look at the detail of the lobbies and things like that. You can see a lot of effort went into that mode alone, but there are so many more things that will be coming. This is literally the actual first roadmap that we've gotten for Xenoverse 2, I believe, in its whole 7-year lifespan. even when the season pass came out, I don't think there was an actual roadmap for when DLC would actually be releasing on this game. It was just kind of, we got a DLC 1 month, and then 2 months later we got another DLC, another 2 months later we got another DLC, and that's kind of how it was early on in the lifespan of Xenoverse 2, but we never got a true roadmap added in like we did right here. And this roadmap alone just shows me the effort that they are trying to put into this game, because in 2024, you look at what we're going to be getting: additional scenario, which means additional story, additional playable characters, other contents, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 on next gen. I mean, the producer steps in and then right away says this game needs a next gen version, which it definitely does. It was the only out of the big three, with Fighters, Kakarot, and this one, that had not even had a next gen version announced. Now, Kakarot's next gen version is out, Fighters is still on its way, but now we have the announcement of Xenoverse 2's next gen version, which definitely could add in a lot more things to improve upon the game that we already know and love at this point in time. And then again, there is the DLC stuff coming, and then this whole and more thing really, out of all of them, has me interested by far the most. Now, this could be a stretch what I'm talking about here, but when you look at this, I mean, first and foremost, it is in green. It could just be that they were using different colors right here for the different tabs, and they decided to use green for this last tab right here. But what is the color that the community has been talking about for Xenoverse 3 as like the logo and things along those lines? It's been green. And then also, you notice it's 1, 2, 3 question marks. Again, I could be reaching here without a doubt, but why would it say and more without clarifying, like, more DLC, for example? Because they had no problem saying new DLC for 2024, but the and more section just has question marks, and 3 question marks to be exact. So the possibility of Xenoverse 3 is still definitely there, and again, I could be stretching and reaching when it comes to this right here, but I do think that and more has a possibility of actually being a Xenoverse 3 announcement in maybe 2025, maybe the latter end of 2025 to be exact, because like I told you guys before, I do expect that they want Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 to kind of stand on its own feet and be the major featured Dragon Ball game for quite some time when it actually does come out. Whenever that does happen, I do expect it to be out next year without a doubt. I mean, it would be kind of crazy if it didn't release next year, because I mean, most anime games, they get announced and they release with either in a couple of months or within that same year. Like Storm Connections announced earlier this year, dropping this year, I believe, in like literally a month from now at this point in time. The newest anime game to be announced, Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash. Literally, this game was announced like 2 months ago, and it already has a release date, I believe, for January, or I think it's actually February, in the beginning of February, that this game will be coming out. Look how close the announcements of those games were to the actual release. Now, Budokai Tenkaichi 4 was announced all the way back in March, and we still don't have additional info on this game, but at the same time, I do expect it to be out in 2024, and like I said, I do think that they want that game to shine as much as possible on its own as the only new major Dragon Ball game at that point in time when it does come out. So 2025, maybe we see a Xenoverse 3 announcement, maybe we get Xenoverse 3 in 2026. I'm just saying, it is a possibility, and this whole and more thing really makes me feel like that possibility is definitely there. Now, like I said, I could be reaching. You know, the 3 question marks, Xenoverse 3, the whole green tab right here, I mean, that's what the community has been talking about as the color of Xenoverse 3 at the same time with its logo. So who knows? Again, your boy could be reaching, but it would be dope as hell if that was the actual case. And even if it wasn't the case for this and more scenario right here, just the content that they are going to be putting in this game, the effort that they seem to have put in with this free update, imagine what they're going to do with an actual DLC pack. And they've already teased us with one of the most hype and crazy teasers we've ever seen on Xenoverse 2. Like, literally, this is probably the best teaser we've ever seen when it comes to that whole picture of the character with the purplish pinkish aura with his back turned. Whoever the hell that character is, like I talked about earlier, seems like there are doors that can be opened wide in terms of more content for the future of this game at the same time. Whether it's heroes, whether it's manga, whether it's a brand new original character created for this game, doors are opened in terms of new content in all three of those scenarios right there. So again, it does seem like this new producer is really trying to put in the work when it comes to this game right here and truly trying to revitalize it as much as he possibly can. And he got off to a great start with this new free update right here. Like, I honestly cannot remember a free update that introduced, or any update that introduced two new modes to the game. I mean, we got new cross verses and we got the new Festival of Universes. I cannot remember a time that has ever happened on this game at all. And then we also got the Ultra Instinct Awoken. We got so many costumes. We got, what else did we get? Oh, the Festival of Skills characters. I mean, just so many things were added. And I'm probably still missing stuff that was added in with this. Oh, the level 120 level cap. We had been waiting for years for a level increase. And then boom, the man Jun Sung comes in. And then again, bam, right away, level 120. So clearly this man is trying to do big things for Xenoverse 2, and it just makes me that much more excited to see what the future of this game holds. And the first actual DLC pack, what will that hold? Because it already has, again, one of the greatest teasers we've ever seen in the history of Xenoverse 2 without a doubt. So let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Are you someone who's happy that this game is getting a new producer, and the new producer does seem to be putting a lot of effort in? Because honestly, I don't see how you can't be happy about that. I give all credit and love to Hirano for the time that he put in to Xenoverse 2, because he offered us a lot of great times. Yes, there were a lot of issues with the game and a lot of things that were not fixed, but at the same time, you gotta give love to this man, because he gave us one of the greatest Dragon Ball Xenoverse games, or really greatest Dragon Ball games we had ever seen with Xenoverse 2. So again, shout out to the man Hirano, but at the same time, I'm very, very excited to see what the man Jun Sung and his team is about to get into when it comes to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, without a doubt. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Where do you stand with this? Are you hyped? Are you in the middle? Or are you still going to be someone that's negative about the game? Because, you'd be surprised reading through the comments how many people are still out there that are not happy about Xenoverse 2's new free update, and they're just saying, oh, this is just like a ruse to try and draw you guys back into the game and trying to get your money and all things like that, when it's like, damn, this is a free update right here. This is free. Why are you complaining on something that's free and actually fire at the same time? So again, let me know where you stand with this down below in the comments. But till next time, my boys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.